Howdy folks, back today with another video, and today's going to be a little different. We're not doing sponsored car content. I'm not adding carbon fiber to my GR Corolla. What we're going to do is take care of a block drain. So what happened was we had a company come out and polish our concrete floors. They were just rough concrete, and they came out and sanded down the concrete and polished them, and they look great. But all of that concrete, sand, dust, whatever, went down into our drains, and they created a concrete slurry. Got a little porridge, if you will, and we need to get that out. We need to get these draining again. So that's a part of the video. The other part is I'm going to show you guys a product that I purchased. It's non-sponsored. I purchased it with my own money, but we're going to see how well it works. It's a sewer jetter kit from Amazon, and I'll post the listing up, show you what I got with it. But it was like 62 bucks, I think. And it's just the hose. I already had the reel, but it's the hose along with a few nozzles that go on the end of it. There are these 3 nozzles, focus there, as well as one that spins. And I've got the spinny nozzle on the reel now. I think it's going to work the best for what I'm doing. Focus, there we go. And anyhow, I'll show you how all that works, so stay tuned. Now, before I even start the pressure washer to run the sewer jetter kit through the drains, I do need to scoop all this slurry out, because I don't want this to end up further down the drains. So I'm going to start with doing that, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not for certain how deep these pits are, but looks like I've got a little work ahead of me, so I'm going to get started on that. I guess I could check and see how deep it is now, just because I'm curious. Let's see. It is about that deep, about a foot, so not terrible, but I'll start to dig that out. It's gonna be a mess. Oof. And this stuff is nasty. It's thick too. Oof. I'm gonna have to try to find some better tools. I don't think that's gonna cut it. Alright guys, I've acquired a shovel. Hopefully this will aid in getting this crap out of here. Oh, why didn't I start with a shovel? My goodness. Okay. Let's get this stuff out. This thing is chockers full. That's what the drain addict says anyways. Chockers full of slurry, porridge, whatever. Shout out to the drain addict. Love your videos. You'll never see this stuff. Oof. Alright, we've made a little progress. A lot of the stuff up top was thick, almost like, I don't know, almost like Play-Doh or something. It was just super thick, but the stuff down below now is mostly just soupy and wet, kind of like, well, I keep saying it, but porridge. The pipe where it exits here looks like it is also just jam-packed. Let's see. Yeah, just packed with the stuff. So, yeah, oh yeah, big chunk. Oof. So we've got to get that all out of there, of course. I don't want to push this stuff further down the line. I don't want to make it a problem for future me, obviously. So we're going to try to get as much out as we can. You take a look, it is just jam-packed full in there. So we're going to see what all we can get out, and then we'll run the sewer jetter through and see how that does us. All right, with the first drain relatively cleaned out, let's move on to the next one. I'll pull the little wire mesh out. There are grate covers that go over, of course, I've already pulled those up. But here's the wire mesh that sits under those grate covers, and it's just to catch any like bigger objects, nuts, bolts, things of that nature. You can see that stuff falling there. Oh man. This thing is packed to the brim. Oh yeah. Look at that, guys. It's crazy. Alright, we'll start to clean this one out. Alright folks, welcome back to day 2 of our drain cleaning saga. I know it was only seconds for you in the video, but this is a whole new day for me. I had some obligations yesterday that I had to take part in and had to stop on the drain cleaning here. But as you can see, this drain is looking pretty good. It is still holding water at the bottom, and it will, because the drain pipe is only about halfway up the little channel there, so it's going to hold some water. But today we're going to continue on with the second drain in line here. We need to get all this muck cleaned out. We need to hit one more drain, and then we can begin with the pressure wash portion of the video here, where we use the sewer drain cleaner. So once we get this other drain cleaned out, we'll move forward with the third one, and then we'll start pressure washing. All right, we're gonna start by just shoveling this shit out. Get as much out as we can by hand. And look at that, it's just thick mud. It's nasty. But we'll get all this out, and then we'll move on with the pressure washer. Alright guys, we finally found the bottom of the pit. So that's what it should look like. And of course there's the drain tube, and it's completely clogged. So just a couple more pits to clean out, and then I'll start with the pressure washer. Drain number 3 has been scooped of mud. And I was actually wrong earlier. I said there were 3 drains. One over there, one there, and then this one here. But I forgot about a 4th one here that we do still need to do. I was thinking that this one had been concreted over, like that one there, but it has not. So I do also need to scoop this drain out, and once we're done with this one, we can finally start pressure washing. And by pressure washing, I mean drain cleaning. This is the pressure washer I'm using. It's just a household grade Simpson 4400 PSI. And although it is household grade, it is the largest one you can buy that is consumer grade, I believe. So we've got that. The 1/4-inch hose that came with the kit is good for, it says 5800 PSI. So that pressure washer certainly will not rust it. Presumably. Let's hope not anyhow. But I'll get the final drain cleared out, and we'll start with that. Alright guys, I've got the pressure washer running, and I'm going to run this head through. it's impossible to see because I've already kind of jammed it in there, but it's a reverse nozzle. It's got 3 little exits and it spins as the water comes out. So I'm going to use that to pull the muck back out of the drains and back into this pit. I'm going to do both sides and I'll show you what that looks like.